stone. I don't like this. Actually, I'm gonna change it back to, which one was it? This one? Or this one? I think that one. Yeah. Okay, so looks like he wants to play the Chinese opening. Let him. We will let him play the Chinese opening. You know, my favorite response to the Chinese opening is this. I think the win ratio of this, if he plays this and I play this, win ratio for white for me is pretty high. I think more than 60%. I think it's because white's development in the center is so strong, so fast. So we're gonna do as we did last time, force him to jump in. That's interesting. He didn't jump in, but he double pincer. Oh, we're gonna split him up. Interesting move here. I'm gonna threaten to. No, we're gonna cut him here. But if we cut, this becomes kind of weak, so I'm gonna just threaten to cut him here. And close this down a little bit. Now he can slide in, but we can stop it. And we have some ice space here now. Pull up.
8, 7, 6, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1.
Okay, we are going to tar him this way. And then we're probably gonna connect here. And then we are going to connect is a little passive, but it's enough. He still has to live. And then this group right here is in pretty big trouble. I'm gonna pull up here like this. He's still not alive yet. Gonna Hane, give us some ice space here just in case. Force him to live. That doesn't live, he still needs to live. By connecting here, or here. But he has to live. In either case, then we start our attack on this group. So he did not live, so now he is dead. Okay, I'm not sure about these moves he's trying. Um, if he leans here, his reading is actually not bad. Um, but then it's not great. It's kind of weird. Like he's playing some interesting moves, but then he's not. Okay, he took out one of his liberty. He's trying to make a semi. What is he trying to do here? Play here. Do 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 do. Okay, then we play here. He really should. Huh. I can connect underneath. Very strange. Very strange. That is a cirky here. We're cirky for now. But we're gonna use our strength here to attack this stone. So here, he can't approach because if he connects, we throw in and he can't approach. If you do that, then we're alive there. So we can just poke down here, take out some of his ice base. Yeah, I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna poke his eye out now. Poke. Pokey poke. It can't approach to kill us. And then probably something over here. Push here maybe. And then I guess we can play somewhere else now. There's no point in playing around here anymore. We're gonna do an approach up here. He's really trying to save this, so gonna squeeze him. Of course. Keep squeezing to get the strength so he can't. Once we build this strong, he can't escape, so that's the nice thing about that. And if this is dead, then this is dead. So hey, what's up, Serpiente? How you doing? Just messing around with this AQ right now. It's weird playing an AQ because sometimes you feel like they have something, and then other times you're like, man, what are they playing? So I feel like it's like almost breakthrough time for them, for AQ's level. Okay, so now we're gonna make sure we are alive and connected underneath. It's okay for this now. We are going to push here. Let's gain on 4th line territory here. That's not bad. And then we'll do this to secure this group. And then we are going to play this move. Tsuji. Instead of just pushing, you can play out and you can make black choose between 2 groups. So he has 2 groups that he's running. So if he pushes through, the other group will get weak. And if he push through the other way, then his other group will get weak. So he can't run both group at the same time. So this jump to Suji is pretty useful. So now either this stone is dead or these are dead. And of course the ladder doesn't work for him. Okay. Atari, he tries to Atari, but this will just run to the ground. No, it doesn't work. This is, we'll let the bottom be, we'll let this group be Serki for now. Or, well, it's not Serki, this is dead, but it's all dead. But this, I have to take this off the board, then I can take that off the board. I haven't really done anything super fancy or anything against this player. I think I want to say I started playing when I first got the first ever computer, which wasn't the first computer, but it was like a Sony Vaio or something like that. And then we went to play. I was playing on Microsoft board game site because I used to play this game called, that doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna take this down. Age of the Empire. I don't know if you guys heard of that. I used to play that, and it was on this server, and then there was Go on there. It was chess and Go, and I tried Go out for a little bit, and then I was like super hooked. He can't play here because it's self Atari. So now we take out his corner. So ninth grade, probably not ninth grade, maybe 10th grade, and so I was like maybe I want to say like almost 17 years old, maybe something like that. So right now I'm 35. So for a while, I've been playing Go for a while, but not all the time. Sometime I would take like years off. Like during college, I took 4 years off for my first degree, so I didn't play any Go then. Then I took another 4 years off for graphic design. So it was like 14, but I took like 8 years off. So maybe like I want to say 8 or 9 years. And the funny thing is, every time I take a break and I come back, I actually play stronger, which is kind of weird. All right, this game is over, so let's go play another one since you are around this rank, right? So, and then this next game, I'm gonna try to. If you have any opening or any questions you want to see me try on stream, I can do that too. So if you have any question about certain opening and stuff, we can use that opening and I can walk you through it. Do 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 do. We need to lose a game though. We need to lose a couple of games because this is my Smurf account I want to keep around here. I don't want to get too high. This Go server is actually really nice. You don't need to download anything, but they do not have an app. I like crazy opening, black hole theory, lazy. I'm using mini Chinese. Mini Chinese is fun because mini Chinese is a lot of fighting, like the Chinese opening. I have you ever tried to open Tengen before? In the center. I also have a crazy wall opening and then a star formation opening. So if you want to see those. But I used to play Cosmic Go too. Just like try all different type of style, I think that's the best way to learn. And then once you play with that style or that opening for a while, you start learning the weakness and strength of the style. Then you can, because I used to, when I was in maybe like 1 Dan or 1Q, I used to struggle with can we get a game with this 6 guy? I used to struggle a lot with the Chinese, but then like I play with the Chinese and I realized, oh, there's a weakness for sure. Here, I'll show you guys this pretty cool opening that I do sometimes. This is the wall opening where black is gonna let white take all 4 corners and build a nice wall, and then we go from there. And if he plays 4/4s, it's gonna be perfect for this opening because this opening is basically going to invade all the corner, and we're gonna give white one more. 3/3 is probably not good against this opening because now it's going to. We're gonna take the 3/3 first. So you evaluate what you had. 3/3, you're gonna end up with Sente, so you want to do the 3/3 first because you get to go again. And then He likes to do that. Okay. The ladder's not good for you, so... The thing about the wall is most of the ladder is good for black. So black is able to play a lot more aggressive. So a lot of Joseki in the corner is eliminated because usually the ladder is good for one side and not the other, but we are going to lean here. Then we are going to Atari here. And then we're gonna attack here. He's pretty... Oh. What's he doing? He's attacking this group while he's weak here. Okay.
10, 9,
We're gonna attack this group while we build strength.
9, 8, 7,
And then this is dead.
6,
So he can't really run this group anywhere. We're just gonna go down and then this thing is pretty dead.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Pop out here because there's a weakness
2,
here.
1, 10, 9,
Okay.
10,
He did
9,
escape,
8,
kind of.
7,
Sort of. Not
10,
really.
9,
It's squeezed. He got squeezed.
10, 9, 10, 9, 9,
Play here. Is this a speed game? Oh, it is a speed game. So he needs to be careful. I used to play Blitz all the time, so
8,
Blitz is pretty fun.
10, 9,
Still dead.
10, 9,
Okay. We will sacrifice this group and just take all the outside. Or we can kill him.
9, 8,
He just let us catch that. We'll let him live with right here.
10, 9,
Okay, that's a ladder. You shouldn't do that.
10, 9, 8, 8,
Capture this. Oh, he found something. He found something nice. Double Atari, but it doesn't really work
9,
because
7,
I'll just let this stone go, really. So now he lived here
9, 8,
for 2 points or something like that, but this corner now it's pretty large. The black
10, 9, 8,
okay,
7, 6, 5, 4, 4,
that's a good move. He found a good move. You think you can kill the
10,
corner here?
9, 8, 7, 6,
I'm gonna play that. That removes all the algae around this stone, because now it's in
10,
Atari.
9, 8,
So we can play stuff like this now to live the corner. He
10,
can Hane, but then
9,
he has to connect.
10, 9,
And
8,
then
8,
that. That's actually a bad move for him.
10, 9, 8,
Now we
7,
can
4,
attack this corner. Since we're strong here, we want to pin the stone against our strength, right? Basic concept
10,
here.
9, 8,
And you don't want to attach to your opponent's stone to strengthen
10,
him.
9, 8, 7,
Go ahead and let that one stone go. It doesn't matter.
10,
And then we connect, right? So now the corner's ours. You just gotta be able to sacrifice certain stones that not really necessary
9,
sometime.
10, 9,
Okay, so that's dead. It's life and death here.
10, 9,
We're gonna Hane, and then it's either way, it's dead. And then once we hit this
10,
thing right
9,
here,
8,
actually,
7, 6,
which is bigger? I think this is bigger here, out here, because the development is so strong now here. We can just start building the center.
10, 9,
Okay,
6, 5,
that's not Sente. I think it's still dead. Didn't read it that
10,
well, but
9, 8, 8,
so now
10, 9, 8, 8,
we can attach and then build the outside.
10, 9, 8, 7,
We're gonna take this, and so now this becomes really large.
10, 9,
He needs to make I.
10, 9, 8, 7, 10, 9, 8,
Double Hane. Because this is in Ponoki is really strong, so we don't need to defend it that much.
10, 9, 8,
Here. So
10, 9,
we are going to Atari here.
10, 9,
Can he play this ko? It's pretty big for him.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, sacrificing stone is very, very useful because at Dawn level, sacrificing stone is effective. So at your level,
7,
I imagine it's like super, super, super effective. Like I'm gonna let him have these 2 stones right here, right? So he's gonna get this 2 stone, and he's gonna Atari here,
10,
connect.
9, 8,
Maybe I played that wrong. I think I should have pulled out here.
9, 8,
No, it's alright. This is still pretty strong
10,
here.
9,
So notice he
9,
the wall is just getting pretty massive.
10, 9, 8,
Okay,
7,
we're gonna Atari.
10, 9,
There's nowhere to run really. If this game was close around here,
9, 8,
we would want to play here next.
9, 8, 8, 10, 9,
We'll let him have that, and then we'll take this. It's not important. These stones are not important.
10, 9,
1 stone here, 1 stone there, but you build a wall, and then see, he got 2 stones while we had at least 16 points here.
10, 9,
So that's not big, so we're gonna play here. And then remember, there's also a snap back here also.
8,
He can't do that. Did he really try to kill me there?
10, 9,
Okay.
8, 8,
He has to play this
10,
way.
9,
And then
9,
we live. This is not alive. This poke here is very dangerous for white
10,
also.
9,
That's a good move by him.
7,
So we're going to play here so we can play the clamp. The follow-up is the clamp. This is a shape move.
10, 9,
See?
8,
So now we clamp,
10, 9,
and then he has to force,
10,
and then
9,
we make a living shape. So the game is over. There's no need to...
8, 10, 9, 8, 8, 10, 9, 8,
Gonna live this group. I don't really need any more points. Just defend all your weakness.
10, 9, 8, 8,
Do 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 do.
10, 9,
Okay.
7,
I guess he really wants to try to get this group and come back, maybe.
8,
Hmm.
10, 9, 8,
This looking. It's gonna die.
8,
That's gonna die by itself.
6,
So here, poke the eye out from the outside. Let's see if he can live.
10, 9, 9,
Okay. You just have to be aware of your group. You gotta be strong to attack. He attacked while his right group was not that strong. Is this alive or dead? This is alive or dead. I think it's a co. It's a picnic co. Picnic co for black. It doesn't really cost black anything. That move doesn't work because now I can play this. You have to be careful when you co-threat, because that was a co-threat, but then it created something else. So now it's dead. And then we just connect here. It's not a co anymore. 10, 9, 8, 7, connect here. Should we resign? I'm gonna resign. 8, 7, I don't want the rank to go too crazy. 4, you win. You win. All right. You guys want a quick review, or you want me to play some more? I don't want to play Blitz though, because it's hard to explain while I'm playing Blitz. So the wall, the basic idea behind the wall is you can jump into all the 4/4s and take Sente. So I would jump in here, jump in here. Black will build out a wall on the outside, and then since you already have reinforcement on the top, you can just jump in and invade. Alright, let's play another one then. Oh, here we go. A 9Q. We will try the wall again. The wall is not that effective if you go as white, but since there is a rank dispersity here, so the thing you want to do is always split up black first. So make him go to the other corner. So now we're gonna take the all the sides and then take this side. Alright, so now we remember. Okay, now we have a bunch of 4/4. So which one is the best 4/4 to enter? It doesn't matter because it's very mirror. So we take the 4/4. We dictate the game, okay? We dictate the game. So we're gonna take this. Let's see what he does. Interesting move. Gonna push. If he push one more time, I'm gonna descend. So here we're gonna give him some bad shape with this lean here because he's a 3-stone with 4/1. So if he plays the tiger mouth, that is very bad shape because this stone looks really funny. J6 and L14 are played. Oh, you want to take center first, then the 2 side, and then either one first after that is fine. It doesn't really matter. So sometime if you play these first, your opponent will take the spot and then it kind of messes it up. So you don't want to let your opponent know what you're playing at first. So I know he's gonna do that, so I'm gonna descend here. I know he's gonna try to do this again, take Sente, and now he let me take the outside, which locally this would be a fair exchange, except we have the outside neutralized, so it doesn't really do much for this wall. So this is not a wall, this is now a string of stone surrounded by white. So, and then he does a tiny jump out, so we're good with that. So now we have another 3-3. So as you can see, even though black approached all 4 corner first, who has the most points right now? Black has very tiny amount of points. We are going to play here again because that does leave a weakness to poke. So now either side is fixing. So now he needs to fix this side though. So he can only fix one side. So we attack the other. That's what he gets for playing this, right? He should have let us play the 4-4. But no. Alright. You don't try to connect underneath right away when you do this, because then black can clamp you. So if we play here, black can clamp you, right? And then he'll be pretty solid. So we want to force this first out. So now if he blocks underneath and doesn't let us go like that, we can just go like this. And then now we can play this. Now, so far this game, black doesn't have a lot of points, so we should keep track of how many points black has. Okay, so you don't want to connect here because he'll cut you, right? This is not the point. The point is not trying to kill black. We're trying to reduce his points down. So now he can take, but then we'll Atari. We're gonna Atari here. And then we are going to play here. Now he needs to be careful because he doesn't have eyes. So if he defends this stone. Okay, so here's the technique. After this combination, you could Atari like this up, but that's not as effective as the pushing like this. So you Atari him this way, and then you force black to move this way. And then now if black does that, we can just force him to capture that stone, right? Look how strong white shape is now. And remember, still one eye here. So he needs to do something. Okay, I'm gonna connect here. Let's see if he can build his second eye. Okay. Play here. If he extend down, we'll cut and push up. Then we're gonna give him a false eye. The corner, 80% alive, I want to say. Or we can play this. We can play this and then here, and then it'll be alive. And then he needs eye. He needs some eyes. So, okay, so it does look like he's alive. Not bad. Okay, he's alive. Where can we gain though? Here. Okay, we play here, fixes our shape here. He has to play here to live. Right? So he lives in Gote. That's what you want. You want your opponent to live in Gote. Alright, so now we got points here. We have points here. And we might have points here. Let's go and slide into the corner and reduce this down a little bit. So he has 4 here. Maybe 2 points here later. Pull back here. Okay. He cannot do that because before we defend this, right, we're gonna attack this. So we're gonna attack this side. He has liberty problem here. How big is F16? F16, this lean right here. For white or for black? Black can't play here because white will just cut. It's not that big because compared to if black just plays something like this, it may be like 9 points, something like that. So he's making an empty triangle right here. This is what not to do. So we're gonna connect here and see. So we attack this side and we fix this problem, this invasion here. And then now we're gonna Atari down this way, and this string is looking pretty grim right now. 9Q can't read this? This Atari here? I'm surprised. You have to. This is a very common Atari. You cannot miss that Atari. That's okay. So he's gonna have. Okay, doesn't work. He's trying something though. That's at least something. So this thing just like starting to die by itself. Like we're not even attacking it. So connect here. He would have to. He does have this ladder here to capture this stone. Do you think he will do it? This is a ladder. Why did he do that? Now it becomes a ladder. He should have laddered this down and forced white to play here. F16 would be. I think after this battle resolved, F16 is the biggest move. So you are right in the sense that it is pretty big for white because white can just play here and then double Hane and develop this area up. But locally, this bottom area requires more attention for now. Push through. He can Hane one more time, I guess. So we are going to, believe it or not, make base. Remember, okay? Before you attack, make base. So now we still have a cut here. Always make your base first. Gonna go ahead and play this. Yeah, I think it's mostly because I play handicap game a lot. And handicap game tends to be harder to win for the person giving the handicap stone. If I didn't play any handicap game and I just play even games, I would win most of my even game, I think. Because from the record right now, I usually win against all the 4 dons and the 3 dons. It's just playing the 1 don, 2 don people and giving them handicap. That's actually a lot tougher because 2 don, 3 don level, they can read pretty well and use their stone pretty well. So okay, we'll just let him escape and make another base here. The graph is though looks pretty good. Before I get to 5 don, I would have to get the 4 don plus first, and I think we're only 8 game away from that. So not in a big rush. Okay, so he's alive here, pretty strong. So now we play the F16, and then we can double Hane because we're so strong right here. And then his shape looks super concentrated. You definitely don't want to play stuff like this. But to avoid stuff like this, you would have to be able to read it out a little bit. I'm gonna push one more because while he gains 5, we are gaining more than 5. So I will let him push. So when you have multiple Atari and multiple cut position like this, it's better to play really defensive. So sometimes it's really good to go back and just play a move to fix your shape. So I'm going to play this move. So, and then this is kind of alive, but not really. But we're going to make a table shape here. Now notice, never lose sight that your stone are not alive yet here. But we do have 2 connection back to here and here, so don't be too aggressive. But we do have this, and then cut him off. See, he didn't. When white went go back to fix shape, black should have gone back and fixed shape also. But black didn't fix the shape, so now white's gonna come back and exploit that. See? So when you see your opponent sometime go back and fix his shape, maybe that's a good time for you to come back and fix your shape also. So now these 2 stone are cut off. Just want to make sure we are connected to our friendlies first before we attack. Is that a good move by him? I'm gonna poke here. If you defended this cut, right? So we're saving 4 stones. This whole group might die. So sometime you say, okay, I'll let you have 4 stones, but I'm gonna take the other 2 stones, but connect back safely to my group. And then so he agreed to the exchange. Because before, if we saved those, it could have been disaster for white because this group doesn't have eye yet either, so. Okay. So we are going to play here, table shape, table shape, table shape. Atari. So we exchanged pretty much 2 stone for 2 stone. So where do we want to play here? Okay. Finesse. I think here is good. So we play here, he can poke here and push up. Or I'm just gonna play here. Super solid. Super solid connection. No need to do anything too crazy. Alright, so now for endgame. So where is a good endgame, do you guys think? You want to look for moves that are pokey poke into enemy territory. And most of the time, it's the corner. So I would say this is a big move for the end game. That's a big move. And even here, because this is Sente, we can always play it first. Actually, Tsuji right here. Let's see what black does. One wrong move. And he's dead. Oh no, he's dead. Well, he's not dead, but we're connected. Okay, so now we're connected. So now we can push here and connect because he did S2. S2 would result in Gote. It is pretty big, but it results in Gote. So now we can Atari this way, Atari the other way, and then Atari, 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 Atari. Pushing is better because you get to go back and play here too. So you want to play settle the big points, but you also at the same time want to do it in Sente. So then we Atari again, he connects, and this group is dead. You're in Atari. Oh, I forgot. I should have resigned to this guy. Pretty much Sente is, okay, how do I want to illustrate this? Usually if you have Sente, you want to play it, okay? The only reason why you don't want to play Sente moves is during the middle of the game where you might need it later for something else. Let's say like for Ko or for sometime the Agi is there. You don't want to waste the Agi. But during endgame, when most of the board is settled already, if it's Sente, you want to play it. And if you can keep 4 or 5 endgame Sente in a row, that's really big. So I would say, how do I edit this on here? Analyze game. Okay. So I would say this is Sente. Now let's say it's white's turn. Okay, so black plays here. Here, because it's pretty big, because white has to block, then white will do this. And then black will either connect here or here. Okay. So here, white took the advantage and kept Sente. Then now you can come back and play the other big move. So you basically add this corner and that together. And that's how much this Sente is worth, this corner. If you just played here, if you just play like right here, and black answered, this is also Sente, because when you lean underneath, black has to reply, you connect, black does that, and you can play back. So in this case, both these are Sente, so that means so instead of playing black playing right there first, if white can somehow push here first, start the end game early, and then play here like that, and then come back and play this, that is an outrageous end game combination, because you basically took the 3 biggest point on the board at the same time. So, and they say the corner, the difference between white poking in and if white just play here, it's not Sente, right? So black can just play here first. White has to block, and then black plays here, because this is a double Sente to say, because white has to respond to this and save this stone. If not, then if white plays somewhere else, let's say white play here, and if you did that, that's really big. The corner just got really, really big. So I would say this is probably the biggest one on the board. The corner is usually the biggest one. Yeah, a lot of professional players, because of certain agi left over, they will play a really weird looking move, but they're forcing move, they're Sente moves, and it does require your opponent to respond to it, and then later on it does help you out. Like if you study professional end games, It is crazy the level of calculation that it goes down to, and sometimes they'll just toss a rock in there and here and that. P13. Let's see, where is P13? Yes, so P13 is not that white wants to run this or just to save this one stone or cut him. P13 is actually a sacrificial stone, but it is Sente because it is an Atari. So black has to connect, and then that let you set up this move, right? So now if he defends, if he pulls up and defend and captures the stone, then you can play here. So it sets up two alternatives, and then here, you don't. I'm not trying to save this stone either. I'm trying to push and squeeze black here. So this stone is for sacrifice, and it creates a false eye. Maybe I could have pushed here one time. The reason for that is because now you can throw it in and black has less space, but it didn't really matter because you don't, most of the time you don't want to kill your opponent. The best result is to force them to live in Gote with like as little as points as possible. So after this, white's pretty happy because white's pretty much connected everywhere, and then now black is surrounded, right? So let's play a normal game now instead of the crazy wall thing. So you guys want to learn any type of opening that you're struggling with, or any type of opening you're dealing with? Just keep in mind that not every stone is critical. I think that's a good thing to keep in mind, is you don't have to keep every single stone. Actually, you want to watch these games, or you want to watch Panda, the 4Dan account? Oh, here we go. What's going on here? We're giving handicap? Oh, someone